Welcome to Season 6 of Paper Talk,
where we talk about tips and tricks on navigating and building your small creative business.
I'm Quinn Nguyen of Pingamosi.
I'm Jessie Chu of Crafted to Bloom.
And I'm Sarah Kim of Handmade by Sarah Kim.
In Season 6, we'll be sharing our experiences and insights on running a small creative business, from managing finances to building your brand.
We'll also be interviewing other small business owners and experts in the field to get their perspectives and advice.
So join us as we dive into the world of small creative businesses and help you take it to the next level.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to actually our final Season 6 episode. I have Jessie and Sarah and myself here today to give you like a summary recap of what happened during Season 6 and also what are plans for our summer break and then what we're planning for Season 7. Which is going to be so fun and exciting. It's been so amazing having both of you in Season 6 and all our different wonderful guests that we recently had. I'm going to work my way backward. Mei Ling from Malaysia was in. She's been dabbling in crepe paper, and it was really great to talk to her about her mental health and also how she's been able to do all these different mediums to create. But her main focus was flower, which was really amazing. And then we also talked a lot about camera setup, how to film things. What is our secret behind this? There's no secret. There's just a lot of tests and trials and making it work and saying, I really want to learn how to do this. And also workshops. I think one of the biggest topics that we kept bringing up was workshops. And a great discussion that we all had was, why did we talk so much about workshops? And I think, Sarah, you mentioned the reason why.
Yeah, I think it's because the workshops before the pandemic were such a huge hit. But since the pandemic, it was unfortunate that we had to shut it all down. And then now that it has been picking back up, I've been getting a lot more inquiries on workshops and doing private classes and things like that. I think definitely it was a good time to talk more about workshops and see how to pick it back up and have a year where we could now have workshops more often. But definitely during holidays and springtime, I think is going to be a great time to do classes. So I love talking about workshops because I feel like that's a great way to build a community.
How about you, Jessie? What were some highlights from you for Season 6?
When I did pop in, it was really nice to see your faces. Yeah, no. And also, obviously, when I popped in and we talked about our paper flower book with Sue and with Anna and with me and with Lucia. It's just amazing to be able to see people's faces and get everyone together. It's been a while since we've all kind of known each other, and yet connecting actually face to face is not a common thing still, right? It's connect with each other in passing on Instagram usually, but to see everyone together and to actually be able to connect with each other was really nice.
It was so special.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I think that's what I miss about the podcast name, to connect with people, because ultimately a lot of us look at from our studio or from our home, we're alone, where it's great and we're in our zone. But at some time, it's just nice to know that other people are doing the same thing and they're also facing the same challenges and struggles as you are. Yeah. You just also want to celebrate their joy as well, right? Mm-hmm. And successes. Yeah, I think that's what thank you, Sarah, for agreeing to be with us this season, because I feel like you guys have kept it going. You guys have literally kept it going. And I think it's really important to have this podcast in our community, our small, intimate community, to know that other people are there for you and other people are doing the same thing and they're going through the same things. And just, I think it's so important to have that kind of platform available for people to either appear on and share what they're doing, but also to hear from other people that are doing the same thing. Yeah, that sense of community is so important.
I feel like I learned so much from our podcast, more than what I could give you guys. I feel like every episode that we record, I'm the one who's, I should be working on these things. And I hope it's inspiring to everybody, like it inspires and encourages me. But yeah, definitely. I love that episode too with the whole book panels, because I feel like this is a great way for me to build a community too and be able to talk and have coworkers, even though we're not really coworkers. Yeah. Because I am by myself all the time too.
Yes.
So
I think really all of us are.
Talk. Yeah. Yeah.
So amazing. I would say the highlight for me, since we've been at the beginning of this podcast with Jessie, and I'd love having you, Sarah, come on this particular season. And she's continuing on. We're already talking about season 7 already, and what we're planning to do is just the connections that we built with all of our different guests and the highlights and sharing what we know with everybody and getting the response that we get from you guys. Because it's so heartwarming to know that it doesn't just drop out into like middle of nowhere and then it just like disappears. But you guys are really telling us like, we love this, or we want to hear more about this particular topic. And I think the biggest thing for us for season 6 is in the United States in the design category on Apple Podcasts. Our podcast, Paper Talk, reached the slot number 10. How amazing is that? Yeah. And not only are we heard in North America, but we reached, I believe, in the top 30 in Great Britain, top 50 in Sweden. And I know we've hit really great in East Asia too. Our Paper Flower community is literally around the world. And to know that you guys are listening in, letting us know how much you love it and how much you want to hear more about different things has made our heart feel so inspired and so wonderful. You guys keep doing it because that makes us keep going. And you have to know, I mean, you guys don't hear any ads on this particular podcast because I hate to say it, but we're not making any money. It is a passion project for us. We love it. That part where you tell us that you love it, you listen to it, you like us on Instagram, you like us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, that just makes us know that we are being heard. And we love sharing your story with our audience. And it's growing from episode to episode. It's going around the world. And it's so amazing to know that Paper Flower is here to stay, you guys. No matter what form it is in, it's here to stay. And we are still going strong. And hopefully season 7, we're going to be even stronger than ever.
One of my favorite episodes was actually the Pinterest one.
Yes.
Because I feel like we've always felt like Pinterest was not our priority, but then how amazing it's been doing, at least for me. And I hope it really did encourage other people not sleep on Pinterest.
Yes.
That was something that I learned a lot. And I feel like she was amazing. What was her name again?
Gisela Santos.
Gisela.
Yeah. Love
Gisela
Bloom
Santos.
Social is her Instagram handle. Definitely follow her. She does give great Pinterest tips. I think I love her because she's really great with stats. And one of my things is I love looking at numbers and comparing. And I keep a record of all the stats that I've had in the 9.5 years I've been doing my business. And it's so great to compare how I first started because everyone starts at 0. No matter what you do, you start your skill level at 0, you start at the base, and then you build on it. And the thing is, you can not be an expert in something, but if you keep going and doing it over and over, you will become an expert at it. Because a lot of people, they do drop off, but if you keep going at it and you still love what you're doing, it's going to grow no matter what you do.
Yeah. I feel like Pinterest is definitely going to be a good place to find good analytics to see where your clicks are coming from. I remember that episode and I was like, yes, I need to be on Pinterest now and pinning all my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been really fun. I love our episode on camera equipment. I realize, though I'm like a tech geeky, I feel like there are certain things that I'm still, even though I educate myself a lot on video tips and how to shoot from different angles, is the one thing that keeps reminding when you said this, Sarah, you said that I got this camera. I'm going to make it work for me. I paid this much money. I'm going to spend all my time until I perfect it. And I was like, oh, I need to do that. I might have a lot of gadgets, but I don't spend enough time. I learned just enough to get by because I'm already moving into the next project. But I realized that this summer, I really need to focus on how to video things in a much better manner because I'm getting ready to videotape all my tutorials for the book. And I've gotten all this stuff set up. And now I have this space where I don't have any projects, but I have this looming over my head. I need to get going because my book is about to come out and I need to have all these tutorials ready to go so I can market the book. And it's in the back of my head. You live rent free in my head right now saying you need to learn this better, Quinn.
I feel like I'm the one who's always with my husband. I'm like, oh, Quinn told me that I should be doing these things. So I should be working on this and that. And I feel like I got a new camera because of you. And remember thinking like, oh, maybe I should be looking for a new camera. And I think we had an episode with my old camera.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is the camera equipment that I have. But I remember when you mentioned the whole Canon and it was like mirrorless. And I was like, maybe I should be upgrading my camera. And I love that I was able to share that whole process.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it's been now like half a year since I bought my camera. I feel like it was yesterday that I was on the episode saying, I just bought a new camera and I'm,
I did notice a difference in your social media videos. I was like, oh, she's using a new camera. And I just love the way you film everything. And it was interesting because I love the progression over the different episodes where you talk about how you film things and how things are done. If you guys haven't listened, you need to go back and listen to those episode because she reveals a lot. I'm like, oh, I need to pay attention to this.
And I feel like it was yesterday we were just talking about it. Right? And I can't believe it's June now. But yeah, I learned so much within this year just from the whole camera situation. And it has been, it's crazy to say, but I honestly enjoy filming and producing and editing as much as I love making paper flowers.
Yeah.
So it really is a huge, I enjoy it. We piece petals to make flowers.
Yeah.
But the whole filming process is like piecing scenes and making like a video. So even though it's like just a tutorial, whereas before I would just film like once and I didn't care what it looked like. But now I actually love, to me, the different scenes are like the different petals are going into one full product. So it's one full video. It is crazy to think that like it all started from Paper Talk. I feel like from where I just really got into filming. And I feel like
I will take credit for that, you guys.
So much from Paper Talk. Yes. And the newsletter. I can't believe I didn't do newsletters. And it's all because of you, Quinn. And it's actually because of Paper Talk too.
Yes. I have to say, Paper Talk has definitely motivated. I know we're hosts and we like produce it and record it, but it does motivate me to do so much. Listening to all these amazing guests that comes across, I was like, oh, I need to do that too. It's great. I love it.
And we had so many different types of people too. And I feel like from every single different business, whether it is Hisela that's doing Pinterest, or we've had the flower, what was it called? The flower farm?
Oh, yes. Dahlia House.
Dahlia House. I was like, she does my favorite flowers is the Dahlia House. Yeah, I feel like so inspired by like just different people from different communities, but we could all come together and be able to talk about what we learned and what our struggles are. And and I feel like, I don't know, it was so inspiring this whole year. I'm so glad that you invited me on here. And you had mentioned that we don't get paid, but I feel like I get paid by doing this, by getting all the information and being motivated and learning everything. Yeah, I feel like it's a free community for me, which I'm totally down for.
Same here. I think it's so neat. I love it so much. So I know that we're taking a break because this will be our last episode for season 6. I know you have a big trip coming up, Sarah. So do you want to tell us a little bit what you're doing?
I'm going to Korea for 3 weeks, almost a month. And I can't believe it. I'm actually going to be stopping like everything. And I don't know how to do that. I feel, am I supposed to take my work with me? I'm not even sure. But if you guys are a listener out in South Korea, I would love to meet up. That's how I met up with Quinn in real life. But if you guys want to just get some coffee in Korea, I know I do have a handful of like customers that buy templates from Korea. So I would assume there are paper flower artists out there in Korea. I would love to meet them. Have we ever had anyone that we interviewed through South Korea?
Yes, Jasmine. She lives in South Korea and she's an amazing
she does. Yeah. What's her Instagram handle? I know her.
Yeah, Mary Maid.
Mermaid. Yeah.
Yes.
I've actually reached out to her, but I think she said she's about to have a kid or something.
Yeah, she just had a baby. She had a baby and she gave birth in March, I believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see her. Or if you're listening, please DM me.
She's amazing. We love her so much.
Yeah, she's really sweet. So we'll be spending some time together, I think. They have some camps, but before that, we're starting the summer off with camping. We go camping every year, which is really nice to just get away and be one with nature. And then we're heading to Cape Cod and Boston to visit some friends. So it'll be a really nice change of scenery. Yeah, we're driving down. So it'll be our first road trip as a family. The sheep because can survive 9 hours. But it's better than stopping and then having them to get up again and go on the car ride. So I'm going to go all the way. But yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Boston. It's been a while. I was there as a teenager. So it'd be nice to visit some museum. And the Cape Cod I've never seen. So it'd be nice to spend some time there on holiday. And that's about it. Not until fall. And then in the fall, I'm going to Disney. We have a Disney cruise.
Yay.
So we'll be in Florida.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, celebrating my
Fun.
mom's 70th birthday.
Oh.
I know, it's going to be crazy because initially it was like, what are we going to do for my mom's 70th birthday? Because for my dad's, we went to Mexico. Initially, we wanted to do Japan, but this year I think my son's a bit young. But it ended up being like, oh, why don't we do a Disney cruise? Because, well, now we think about the kids most of the time. What are the kids going to enjoy? And it ended up being like a lot of my friends are coming.
Oh, great.
So my girls' trip from last year for our 40th birthday last year, they're bringing all of their kids as well. So there's going to be tons of kids and people, and we're going to kind of figure it out. But I think it'll be really fun. So I'm really looking forward to that as well, because I think we're going to go there a little bit earlier just to go to Universal and then use the Disney cruise. It's going to be my first cruise, and it's going to be the kids' first cruise.
Well, I have a tip for you. So if you're going a cruise, they have these magnetic hooks. Because you're limited on storage space, so there's a lot of walls, and all the walls are metal. Get those magnetic hooks you can get off of Amazon, so you can hang your hats, extra bags, and it's just a great way to keep everything together. And download the app because they have a great app.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will do that. Yeah. So anyways, that's my summer. Clearly, they're all holidays that I'm looking forward to. I didn't mention anything else. What about you?
Yeah, I have a combination of both. So we're still celebrating my dad's 80th birthday because his birthday was in January. And one of the things is he wants to go camping. And so we're going to camp down in Southern California at one of the campsite that my sister has been before, and she really loves it. My dad wants to camp in like a tent and sleep on the dirt. And we're like, boy, he's 80. I was like, Dad, are you ready to camping?
I know. We can get an inflatable mat.
Yeah.
That's glamping.
Yeah, that's glamping. But he does not want to glamp. He specifically said, I don't want to glamp. I want to build bonfire. I was like, I hope there's not a fire ban so we could do that for
California.
Right after the camping trip, I'm actually flying to Florida because I actually won a giveaway. So it's actually the AIFD Symposium. It's the American Institute of Floral Designer. One of the things I wanted to do this year is learn more about floral mechanics and just learn more about how to design with flowers. So that's my biggest thing is I'm going to spend a week down there, and hopefully I can get on the rotations of meeting all these amazing floral designers from around the world. There's a couple of Dutch and German designers I want to meet in person. I'm really excited about that. And then July's my birthday month. So last year, my older sister turned 50. I'm turning 50 this year. And she wanted to go to Paris. We did that. So I wanted a relaxing vacation because this year has been bonkers. I'm really exhausted and tired. And so I just want to do nothing. And so my younger sister researched and found somewhere in Mexico, Cabos is where we're going to go. And we're going to spend 4 days over there, which is great. And then my oldest cousin is inviting me up to Oakland so we can do a long weekend trip up in San Francisco. And my other cousin also has a birthday around that time. So it's her younger sister. So we're all going to spend a girls' weekend up there having some fun. And then I will be working on videoing all the tutorials in the book, finish up my Back to the Basic, which is almost done. So excited to have that completed. So a lot of working and some play planned for the summer.
What are the updates for your book so far?
So now we have October 1 is the release date. And they have not sent to the printer yet. The goal date is to have it sent to the printer on July 15th to make it for the October 1 release date. So right now it's in the graphic designer hands. So it's doing all the different layouts, and then I will receive it. I have 1 week to review it, make any changes. If I need to do new photos, I can add it at that time. And then we'll do one more round of edits. And then I think that's it. And then I will be done with the book.
But you're done right now then?
Yes.
Kind of?
All the
your part.
Yeah, my part is done. But then the review part, the proofing.
Congratulations.
It's so exciting.
Okay, I know. Well, that's done. Yeah, I feel like the last time we talked, you were still writing or you're still taking pictures, working on flowers. This is great.
It is so
I feel like
relief.
Everything's submitted.
Yeah, I love my editor.
Yeah.
I actually had 2 editors. The main one that kind of handled all the different schedule. And then there was another editor they hired. Her name is Margaret. And she was so lovely, thoughtful, and really, she made the book more cohesive because I think it's my first book. So when I was writing all the tutorials, it was more like me trying to is this wording better? Is this method better? And with paper flowers, you have your cupping, reverse cupping, similar techniques throughout the whole thing. And I was writing it, I was like, should I explain it this way? So there's multiple ways how I explain certain things because it's me trying to be like, if a student can understand this better, maybe this technique might be better. And so she actually reviewed all of it and cohesively explained it a little bit better. So that was really great. So I really enjoyed working with her a lot. But she was on the East Coast. And so I would wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning on Pacific time to be able to meet with her when we would work several hours until lunchtime, cohesively asking questions, me answering things. And then she would take a break. And then because we were working on Word document, which is so weird, it was like when you both work in it, it didn't automatically update things because I would be so fresh. I'd be working on the document and then I would scroll back up to remember what I wrote and it would be gone. I was like, no, it happened so many times. So we ended up, we would work together in the morning and then the afternoon, she would work on all the different updates. And then I would revisit it like around after dinner around 7 p.m. and work until 10. So it was like a week full of me just going 5 a.m., going to bed around 11 or midnight, trying to finish everything because she had more questions as she went through the document. It was tiring, but it was very rewarding. A very fun way to like deep dive into my book in a more intensive manner. Yeah. I'm so glad it's done. So glad it's done. Yeah. And then so season 7, one things that Sarah and Jesse and I were talking about is what do we focus on? And one thing that we want to focus on more is like, how do we help better serve our community? And one question that always crops up is how do we run our business better? If you guys have a story or a tip to share on how you're running your business, how you're doing it better, any mistakes that you had, reach out to us. We would love to have you on our podcast to share your story. And of course, we'll change our end of the podcast questions to something else. And in this particular podcast, what was your favorite in the past 6 months? What has been your favorite snack that you keep returning to? Sarah, I'll ask you first.
This is a hard one. I was thinking, what's my current favorite snack? This is my favorite part of the show, too. I'm excited for our next season. What are we going to change it up to? It got to be better than the snack. I want to say, what was my favorite snacks in the past? They're always on the moment before I go to my favorite snack from the past, I do want to say my favorite current snack is Trader Joe's. I just saw a strawberry yogurt covered almond.
Oh, yes.
So good. It's so good. I haven't tried their Japanese souffle cheesecake thing yet because my store never has it. It's sold out by the time we get there. So I have still yet to try that. But I think anytime there is like a Trader Joe's snack, I think those are always my favorite. We had mentioned, I think you mentioned like cheese in the past. And I think that was, I think I went and got it.
Yeah.
It was like some type of special cheese or something.
There's something you need to get right now. The yuzu jam. And they brought it back.
Oh, I saw it.
Yes, the popcorn. So they have this sweet, salty, tangy, spicy popcorn. It is so good. Literally last time I brought 5 bags and I shared it with my friends. I was like, oh, I shouldn't have shared so much. Then I went back to get some more and they were all sold out and they brought it back. I'm restocking, you guys, and not sharing.
I saw the yuzu jam and I want to try it. Someone was trying it with Korean barbecue. They put the jam on top or something. And I was like, what? I need to go look for that. Yeah. I need to definitely look for, I think Trader Joe's snacks. Those are always my favorite.
That is very true. How about you, Jessie?
We don't have Trader Joe's here.
Oh,
when you go to Cape Cod, stop by Trader Joe's.
I know, right? We're also going to go cocktails down there too.
Yes, I forgot. I forgot that you guys don't have Trader Joe's.
It is a treat. It is a treat. Literally, like when anyone comes to visit us, they always bring Trader Joe's snacks and stuff. Or when we're down there, we do visit because it's like, it's a special place. And actually, it's a place I'm going. My favorite right now is from Costco, the Hello Panda.
Love those.
It's so bad for you because it's completely processed, not even real chocolate. But my son knows me so well that when I was editing my videos for my Pansy online course and I was editing really late in the night, he twice he came over and before he's like, oh, mommy, I'm going to go to sleep now. And he drops off a Hello Panda. He's, oh, I'm just going to leave this for you in case you want to have a snack tonight. And I was like, oh, that's so thoughtful.
So thoughtful.
And of course, I'm eating it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's so bad for you. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's, so completely processed. But yeah, and then he's, oh, I'm going to tell my friends, whoever, that my mom Hello Panda. I guess we talk about it at school. It's so fun. It's in the Costco, right? It's so popular with the kids.
We have some too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been resisting eating the Dots pretzel that you can also get this at Costco.
At Costco. Yeah.
Yes. It is. I looked at the labels like I cannot eat a lot of this, but Costco comes in a big bag. So I give myself like a quarter a cup every couple of days just to enjoy it. But the honey mustard one is so good. If you haven't tried that particular Dots pretzel, yeah, it's very good. That's my favorite snack right now. But in the past, let me think. I would say my favorite thing right now is actually, Seattle's been so cold. I don't know why, but I would always in the morning bring a pot of water with ginger slices and an apple and just let it simmer all day long and be drinking that all day long. It was really comforting and warming. I really enjoyed that a lot.
And those were in our couple episodes. You've mentioned that. And I think I went and got apples because of you.
The Cosmic. I remember you talking about the Cosmic, so I went and got some.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah. I can't go to any other apple now. I can't do any other apple anymore.
Go buy these apples. They're so good. They're so good. Thank you so much for spending season 6 with us. And we're going to take a break and we will all see you in the fall.